Hello and welcome back everyone to EQ Markets YouTube channel. This is 𝗏𝗏𝗏, the head trainer and market analyst for EQ Markets Global, and I'm super delighted to have you back on this YouTube channel, especially to our weekly market outlook. This particular outlook is designed to give you a first-hand information on what is going to happen in the market for the coming weeks, okay? And that's why you don't need to miss our weekly market outlook. Every Mondays, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., you should always be looking out for the weekly market outlook on our YouTube channel, right? Thank you so much for coming back. And let's quickly look at what we have for this week. We're going to start out with the economic calendar for this week. So there are some form of high impact expected news that is going to be coming out this week, a whole lot of them. On Monday, there is none, only that we have bank holiday for the Chinese economy. Okay, so for those of us trading the Chinese yuan or the Chinese renminbi, we would know how we want to trade that. As well, it continues till Tuesday, right? But then there is some form of PMIs that we're expecting on Tuesday, especially for the GBP and as well for the USD. So for the GBP, first in the manufacturing sector, right? We're expecting the PMI to be 45.4 as against what was in last month, which is 45.3. Now, what this simply means is that there could be certain level of expansion in the manufacturing industry, okay? And then for the flash services PMI, of course, we're also seeing a little contraction in it. All right, and then going further to the USD, which is coming out by 3:45 p.m. Nigerian time, we're expecting the flash services PMI to at least increase a bit. Last month, we saw 44.7. This month, we're expecting 45.0. Should the figures be 45 on the dot or above 45, of course, that would be a good one for the United States dollar. It simply means that there's some level of expansion for the US economy, and that's good for the US dollar. Of course, we will, as we go forward, we will see the US dollar, how it's playing out, and of course, how all of this news is going to perhaps strengthen it a bit for this week, okay? And then we're expecting some CPI data to be coming out for the New Zealand dollar. That's 10:45 p.m. Nigerian time. Of course, there is some form of drop on the CPI data. We're expecting some form of drop rather on the CPI data for the New Zealand dollar. Okay, that's the Kiwi. And then of course Wednesday is also a big one. On Wednesday, okay, actually the bank holiday for China continues all through the week. This is for Monday, this is for Tuesday, for Wednesday, and for Thursday, and as well for Friday, right? So it continues all through the week. Okay, so let's quickly go back here to Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're expecting some good data to be coming out, like the CPI quarter on quarter and year on year for the Aussie. Okay, so we're expecting those figures to come out, and then also we're expecting some form of monetary policy report and bank overnight rate and bank rate statement coming out from the Bank of Canada. That's 4 p.m. So this news is also going to be very crucial that we should need to look at, okay? Anything that has to do with monetary policy, overnight treat, and the rest of them, they are really important. They're really important news, okay? Of course, the Canadian Bank of Canada rather, the Bank of Canada is looking at tapering their interest rates by a whooping 25 basis points, okay? And of course, if that happens, we know what is going to happen. It's going to cause a lot of volatility for the card. Okay, so if they do that as well, increasing tampering their interest rates and increasing it by 25 basis point, of course, it's going to bring their interest rates to about 4.5%. It's currently standing at 4.25%. Okay, so that's one of the major things we would need to look out for as well on Wednesday. Okay, and then on Thursday, we're expecting the advanced GDP for US by 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time, and the core PCE price index as well for USD 2:30 p.m. on Friday. So these are the economic news that we would need to, high impact news that we should need to look out for. All right, so let's quickly look at the dollar index, what we're expecting to happen this week, and then of course how we can take advantage of it. So of course, definitely we've seen the dollar fall for some months now, okay, ever since it got to some crazy highs, okay, ever since it got to about the 114 axis, okay, there has been a serious downtrend, okay, moving downward up to a significant support level, which is found around the 101 level, okay. So at this level, what personally I were expecting the dollar to do is to push either further below into this price area, okay, mapped out at 101 zone, okay, and then continue to push back up. Of course, with all the data that we're expecting, the CPI, the core PCE, and all that stuff that we're expecting for this week, it turns out positive. We're expecting perhaps a stronger dollar this week. So a little push downward, and then it continues back up. Or because of this sharp rejection candle here, we might most likely not see a continuous push back into this price area and then continue to see a bullish movement. But whatever is the case, with the economic calendar we've seen and with the dollar index that we've seen on a very major support level, we're expecting the dollar to be stronger this week. Okay, so if the dollar is stronger this week, it simply means that we're going to be expecting some level of fall on Euro USD, which we will definitely be looking at, and some level of increase, some level of bullish movement on USD JPY and some other pairs. But we'll come into that and look at that. So this is what we added newly to analysis, which is a currency strength meter. So so far so good. As for today, currently, when this analysis is being done, the Australian dollar happens to be the strongest pair, the strongest currency in the market, okay. And then as well, the Canadian dollar is there, euro is there, euro is also very strong. The Swiss franc used to be very strong, but currently is decreasing, okay, in its strength. And then of course the Japanese yen, irrespective of the intervention and all that, has always still traded negative in terms of its strength. Okay, so if you're trading today, you might most likely want to look out for opportunities in Euro JPY, opportunities in AUD JPY. Why? Because the strongest paired against the weakest gives you some good opportunities to look out for. And then NZD not to be left out as well. All right, so I hope all of this makes sense. Very shortly, I'll take you over to the MT4 chart, and we're going to be looking at the proper analysis for different assets. I think I'll do 4 or 5 today, and then perhaps if you have any question, don't forget to like and share this video to all of your contacts and all of your friends. And if you're just joining this YouTube channel, I sincerely want to welcome you on behalf of myself and the entire team at EQ Markets Global. And we say, please stay up to date with every bit of information that we give out. And so follow us on all of our social media handles. We're EQ Markets Global, both on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, and even on TikTok. We are EQ Markets Global. Don't forget. So for this video, for me to continue, you just have to spare me 30 seconds of your time and do something real good for me, okay? And that 30 seconds of your time is, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please do that now. Please do that now. And then once you subscribe, it's the notification bell so you get notified every time we put out valuable content just like this one. Don't forget to like this video and drop your comments on this video if you should have any questions. All right, so let's quickly now delve into let's quickly delve into So let's quickly delve into our analysis for this week, and we're starting out with Euro USD. All right. So remember last week we talked about Euro USD coming into this particular price area, which is 1.09. Okay, I had to take that off. But we're looking at Euro USD currently on the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame. But remember last week we said Euro USD was coming back into this area. Okay, after breaking this trend line. All right, after breaking this trend line and coming back to retest it. Okay, let's view it on the daily time frame. You better appreciate that. All right, this is the trend line. After breaking this trend line here, it came back retesting this same trend line here, and of course ever since then it had been a massive bullish movement on Euro USD. All right, so for this week already Euro USD is on a very significant point where it has to decide either to continue to go bullish or to go bearish. And of course we're expecting the euro. We're not expecting much news on the euro, but expecting some news on USD, which is going to make it stronger. Okay, if the USD this week becomes stronger, then it simply means that this resistance zone where it is will be obeyed. Okay, it will be obeyed, and we will probably see we will probably see, just a second, we'll probably see a stronger dollar would make us see a move back to this zone around 1.04841, all right, this week. Or if this area is broken, then we will see euro continue to push higher into 1.11515. All right, that's a whole lot of movement that we will need to be looking out for. From where market currently is to where we're expecting is over 250 pip movement. And of course, if it's coming down, that's about 400 pip movement that we need to watch out for. All right, so Euro USD is currently in an area where it is very critical to decide if it pushes up or if it pushes down. Of course, this is a resistance zone. A weaker dollar, a stronger dollar this week is going to cause Euro USD to push down, which we will be expecting. All right, but if the dollar fails to be strong, then Euro might overpower it, and then this zone will be broken, and we're going to see the highs of 1.11515. And then for GBP USD, of course, this area has been effectively cleared out, so we will see more bullish movement on GBP USD into 1.28597. Of course, if you look at that on the monthly time frame, you see nicely that this is the trend line that the GBP USD is trying to obey, right? So if we scale down back to the daily time frame, we're expecting prices to continue its bullish movement back into this area. So it might be slow, but then it's going to happen. And then for AUD USD as well, if you look at it on the monthly time frame, this is a nice trend line that we're actually looking at. Okay, so we've had about 2 touches. We're expecting the next third touch, and of course the third touch might be happening all the way from this month into next month. So in other words, to say it, okay, to say it, then we're expecting a continuous bullish movement on AUD USD. Okay, we're expecting more bullish movement on AUD USD. Although this is a significant level, at 0.712. Okay, if this level is effectively cleared out, which it will, then we will continue to see a bullish movement. But if dollar is made strong this week, don't forget as well, then it simply means this resistance level will be observed and we would see a falling AUD USD. All right, let's quickly come back to gold. So for gold, let's look at it on the weekly time frame so we would appreciate what we're looking at. So for gold, we are expecting perhaps this is the dead end of the bullish run for gold. Okay, so for me, in my opinion, gold is also in a very significant level. If you watch here, this area where it once consolidated sometime in 2022, February and March, all right, from January up until March, April or February, there was this consolidation indicating that this area is a very significant level. That's the same area currently where gold happens to find itself. And then, of course, if that happens, we can be able to draw a trend line, having the first touch here and all the way down to this same area where we're having that significant resistance area, right? So the trend line runs across that. simply brings this trend line this way, okay? Now, if we look at it on the daily time frame, we can see some form of price rejections here, which we are expecting that could be the dead end for gold. So in my opinion, this week is we're going to see gold go south, okay? We're going to see gold go south, at least back into the zone, right? And what zone is that? What zone is that? That's around the 1898 level, okay? We're going to see gold fall back to 1898 level. And then, of course, if this counter trend line is broken, you know what that means. It simply means gold will continue to go its south, okay? So that's my opinion for this week. Gold go south, and of course, if this counter trend line is broken, then we will continue to see a massive sell-off on gold. Then let's quickly look at Euro GBP. You know, Euro GBP has been bullish for some time, although going up and down, and very slowly. But then we still acknowledge the fact that this is a bullish dominated trend. All right, so we would perhaps see more bullish movement on Euro GBP. We're going to see a more bullish movement on Euro GBP, at least back into this particular price level at 0.888. We're going to see that happen perhaps this week. And then from this level here is a very decisive level where we would be looking at if Euro GBP will continue to go bullish or if it will go bearish. All right. Then don't forget, I talked about GBP JPY because this week GBP is strong and JPY is weak. All right, NZD is strong, JPY is weak. So of course we might continue to see a bullish movement on GBP JPY. All right, we might continue to see a bullish movement on GBP JPY, and of course we're expecting that prices would most likely come into 164, 165 price level on GBP JPY. All right, let's quickly look at the USD JPY as well. The USD JPY had fallen to a major support level at 127.564. All right, so at this level here, we're expecting a bullish movement back into 134.871. But of course, if this level is effectively cleared out this week, then we'll continue to see a more sell-off on USD JPY. All right, lastly, I want to talk about the Dow Jones, okay? So for those of you that are subscribed to our Telegram channel, I know you made so much money from our analysis on the US 30, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average we were talking about, all right? So last week, we made that analysis that the Dow Jones is going to sell off, and we took our trade sniper entry exactly at this point, and we had a large sell-off on the Dow Jones. Okay, so the sell-off is going to continue, all right, at least into 32444, all right, into 32471, thereabouts. All right, currently it's trading around 33384, and we're going to see a more sell-off on 32471. Okay, so what should we do? It's to look out for good entry points into the market and then take your shots on US 30. Exactly where it is will be a good point to take a sell, but it's good you find some confluences around that same level before you take your sell on that trade. All right, then let's quickly look at a bonus one, Nasdaq. Nasdaq is currently on a very significant resistance area as well. Should this area be broken, then we might see a continuous bullish movement on the Nasdaq 100. And of course, if this particular trend line is broken, then we're seeing Nasdaq coming into 12780.43. All right, so that's all we have for this week. Drop your questions in the comment section, and also do well to see our other videos. And stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on our Telegram channel where weekly analysis are being dropped. See you and bye for now.